Hello, welcome the students. Today we shall start the classification of bryophytes. Means in the previous video we have studied about the features of the bryophytes. Now we shall study about its classification. It is classified into two groups. One is called liverworts. Next one is called moss. So there are two. Now the features about liverworts. Liverworts is also called hepaticopsids. The example of liverworts are Elixia and Mercantia. These are the examples of the liverworts. And the examples of that Funaria, Sphagnum, etc. They are the examples of that. Now we shall see about the first one about the liverworts. Liverworts, you know, it is a bryophyte. So its structure is thalloid. Body is thalloid. Plant body is thalloid. Means in that plant body is thalloids, means root, stem, leaves, like appendages are found. In that no true root, stem and leaf are found, but like these organs are found. And the important one is vascular bundle is absent. Vascular bundle is absent. There is no vascular systems. So plants no doubt will be short. And this found in moist sandy places, like means on the moist soil, moist stones, and moist bark of the plant, like that. Now plant is dichotomous. Dichotomous branching. The plant is dichotomous branching, means branching like that. Like that. And there is a root-like structure, that is rhizoids, from which it absorbs the water and other minerals from the plant. This is the membrane of the plant, body, and this dichotomous or leaf-like appendage. So this is about the About this, that. The next one, it is dorsiventral. Means both sides are different. Means both sides are different. On one side, there are some scales-like appearance or leaf-like appearance is present. On the other side, it is attached to the soil, and so rhizoids is present. Only दूसरा साइड में rhizoids होता है, समझे? Mainly that is unicellular, and also in some cases multicellular is also found. तो मैंने एक कोशिकीय होते हैं और ये कुछ में बहुकोशिकीय भी होते हैं. तो डॉर्सिवेंट्रल दोनों सतह होते हैं, इसलिए दो अलग अलग सतहें होती है, जिसलिए इसको हम लोग डॉर्सिवेंट्रल के नाम से जाना जाता है. अच्छा, इस पर डॉर्सिवेंट्रल डॉर्सल साइड ये साइड्स पे मान लीजिए कि तो ये मिड लाइन में इस पर स्केल्स लाइक अपीयरेंस पाए जाते हैं. On the midline there scales, there some structures are found. So it is dorsiventral, and in the rhexia it is somewhat violet in color, but Mercansia it is not. So these are some characters of the acha. One thing is also found that in the, especially in the Mercansia, it is Mercansia. It is a leaf-like, a midline. On it a cup-like structure is found. That is known as gamma cup. Means gamma cup is found, and which is helpful in the asexual reproduction. Study the reproduction in liverworts. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproductions mainly by means of fragmentation. Means the plant body is differentiated or split into several parts, and each parts develop into new individual. प्लांट बॉडी कई भागों में टूट जाता है मैच्योरेशन के बाद, मैच्योर हो जाने के बाद समझे, और वह प्रत्येक भाग से एक नया इंडिविजुअल निकल जाता है. दैट इज नोन एज फ्रेगमेंटेशन. नेक्स्ट है बाय मींस ऑफ स्पेशल स्ट्रक्चर दैट इज फाउंड gammy or gamule like that. So that is special structure is found on the, it is cup separate, structure called gamma cup, and in which asexual buds develop. Asexual reproductive bud develop, in which the asexual reproductive bud is developed. I have already told you. This is this cup-like structure. This is called gamma. And this, the asexual body on maturation detached and develops into new plants. होता है जब मैच्योर्ड हो जाता है, आफ्टर मैच्योरेशन इट गेट डिटैच्ड फ्रॉम द पेरेंट्स प्लांट, पेरेंट्स प्लांट से अलग हो जाता है एंड इट समझे डेवलप्स इनटू ए न्यू प्लांट, दैट इज टाइप ऑफ असेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन you know that in the last video I have told you that sexual reproductions by means of the sex organs, and the sex organ, the male sex organ is called male sex organ is called antheridium. Male sex organ को क्या कहते हैं? Antheridium. And now female sex organ called archegonium. They occur on same thallus or different thallus. या तो एक ही थैलस पर उत्पन्न होते हैं या अलग थैलस पर, समझे, या तो होमोथैलिक या हेटेरोथैलिक, यानी दोनों अलग अलग थैलस पर उत्पन्न होंगे मेल फीमेल्स, और या दोनों एक ही थैलस पर उत्पन्न होंगे, समझे. तो सपोज दिस इज there are two different thallus. The antheridium will develop on that and it forms a short small like structures in which about 9 lobes are present. 9 lobes are present, but in the female, this is on male and this one is female also. It is also 9 lobes, but it was somewhat long. About 9 in count. So this is male one and this is female one. Male one and female one. It from the antheridium, the antherozoids after maturation के बाद इससे एंथेरोजॉइड्स निकल के मुक्त होंगे एंड here in the archegonium the egg is present, hypothetical, and here is water film. Water is essential for the movement of antherozoids towards the egg. Now antherozoids will move and goes that, and now antherozoid will move and goes to the egg. Antherozoid से निकलने के बाद egg के पास जाके the antherozoids plus egg fertilize and forms zygote. Now the zygote is not undergo quick division. Zygote quick division में नहीं जाता है, but it develops into sporophyte. It develops into, because we know that the main body of the bryophyte is gametophyte. So number of chromosomes is n, and now here after the fertilization of male gamete with female gametes, they becomes 2n, and the sporophyte is developed, and that sporophytes on this here is gametophyte. On the gametophyte, sporophyte is developed. It contains capsules in which meiosis cell division takes place and forms haploid spores. यहाँ meiosis cell division होता है, वो haploid spore में बदल जाता है, and that develops into gametophyte. जो गैमेटोफाइट्स में चेंज हो जाता है. तो in this way we see that the diploid spore change into, although the haploid stage is maximum and diploid stage is shorter, but this is haploid stage, then diploid stage, then again haploid stage. Means that is alternation of generation. Means one stage comes after another. So it is the sexual reproduction in the liverworts. It is the bryophytes, but it was somewhat developed from the liverworts. It's the permanent stage is gametophyte. Permanent stage of life cycle is gametophyte. It is found in two stages. Found in two stages. One is protonema and second one is leafy stage. You know, like all bryophyte, it is also found in moist and sandy places. Now the protonema is thin thread-like structures on which the leafy stages are found. Means suppose this one, leaf-like structures are found, and there is rhizoids. The rhizoids are multicellular, which is attached to the leaf, attached to the substratum from where it sucks its food or water and minerals. Now it is the leafy structures and protonema on. It is a gametophytic structure. It develops from a spore. Green in color. Branched, somewhat creeping, like that. So it is the, and now on which that leafy-like structure is developed. So and found that moist, sandy places. Like all the bryophyte, it is moist and sandy places. From the secondary protonema as buds. Now the reproduction. Asexual reproduction by means of fragmentation. Asexual reproduction by means of fragmentation and budding. The asexual reproduction takes place by means of fragmentation and budding, and sexual reproductions by means of antheridium and the antheridium and archegonium. This is the male this is the male units and this is the female units, that is archegonium, and this is antheridium. It liberates antherozoids, and antherozoids come to the egg by means of water films, and they forms, after fertilization they forms zygote. And now one thing is here is that the fertilization takes place on the female plant. So here the zygote develops into sporophytes. This is the sporophyte which develops on gametophyte. Because gametophyte is photosynthetic in nature, so it makes food and supply to the sporophytes. Here the spores, in that meiosis takes place and form haploid spores which develops into gametophytes. Means as meiosis takes place in the spores and the haploid spores are formed which develop into gametophyte. तो यहाँ एंथ्रीडियम और आर्किगोनियम यानी एंथेरोजॉइड्स और एक के मिलने से जाइगोट बनता है, which zygote develops into sporophytes, जो sporophytes में develop होता है, which develop into gametophyte, and जो गैमेटोफाइट के ऊपर डेवलप होता है। इससे लाभ ये होता है कि गैमेटोफाइट फोटोसिंथेटिक इन नेचर, तो गैमेटोफाइट भोजन बनाता है और वो स्पोरोफाइट्स को देता है। अब इसका मियोसिस जो है, इसके अंदर जो स्पोर्स होता है जाइगोट से, वो मियोसिस डिवीजन से हैप्लॉइड स्पोर में बदल जाता है एंड दैट गिव्स न्यू गैमेटोफाइट्स। इन दिस वे द रिप्रोडक्शन टेक्स प्लेस इन द मॉस।